Okay guys, we're going to go through for the teens and adults, the 5 basic flow drills. These are again seen at the first and secondary ranks with weapons, so we'll talk about that as well. We're going to start with the basics. Okay. The first that you see for everybody's responsible for it, but the white through senior level specifically, is what we call vertical. Okay. Miss King is attacking me with a really in-tight hammer fist. It could be an overhand punch. You're also thinking about the possibility of it being a blade. It's coming in on this very tight angle. When she comes in, I'm meeting it, so it's her right arm, it's my left arm. I want to be on that 45-degree angle so it's not overpowering me. From here, my left arm comes up in between the two on the X, and this is where the circular motion continues. My left hand then comes down and meets it at the crux of the arm to the bicep. I don't want to meet it at the forearm. If I meet it at the forearm, her elbow can easily come over top and overpower me. I want to meet it here so that way it comes down. From here, I'm attacking her. She's meeting it the same way with the block, coming under the X, at the bicep, and down. Now remember, if you notice, even when we're talking here, Miss King kept going in the attack, I kept going. They're not supposed to stop. Okay? The idea of it being called a flow drill is that there's no break in the action. She's learning an attack, I'm learning a block, I'm learning a counter. As I counter, that's her signal to attack. All right, so it's really going back and forth. Again, I meet it, I come under on the X, I meet it at the bicep, and I counter. Okay? So now, the second, okay, which we see through the green through senior blue, specifically as responsible for these, is the straight. Now, this works best with the vertical punch. Why does this work best with the vertical punch? Because it mimics the knife action the most similar. Okay? As she's coming in on her straight punch, I'm going to parry it this time. On the first one, I was meeting it to block. Now I'm going to parry. So I'm going on the outside here. I'm blocking. Again, I come up underneath. You see this pattern repeat a lot. Why do you see this pattern repeat a lot with coming inside here? Because I don't want to cut my own arm. Okay? If I went this way, I'd cut my arm. I want to make sure that I'm here, coming underneath. Again, I'm meeting it at about the elbow so she can't overpower. And now I'm countering. She's using her free hand. She meets it. She comes under the X to guide it out. She pushes with the elbow. We're using our hips. We're rotating from the hip. We're rotating on the balls of the feet. We're meeting at 1, coming under 2, meeting at 3. With any of the flow drills, we're not grabbing. It's not grab, grab, grab. As soon as you grab and they feel force, it's not a flow drill. Okay, so it's clear, continue the momentum, meet it at the elbow. Clear, continue the momentum, meet it at the elbow. Okay, so that's outside. Okay, number 3 is inside. Now it gets a little more challenging because it moves up from a 3-count drill to a 4. All right, she does the same attack, but now instead of being able to go this way, I'm going to the inside here. Remember that she's got another tool that she can use, so you've got to be fast and you've got to be mindful of it. As the attack comes in, this time now I'm meeting it right to right. Again, I'm coming inside on that X to clear it out of the way. And now I'm countering with a hammer fist. This has to be very clear that this is the attack. She obviously doesn't want to get hit. She meets it with her palm there. From here, this hand is going to come underneath on the X again. It's the second time in the drill. Take my hand back, and now I'm countering with my punch. She meets it right hand to right hand, completes the X, throws her hammer, and I stop it. Continues the X, pulls out, and then counters. And there's lots of variations. Okay, palm to palm. This is the basic one that we're looking for. Completing the X, throwing the hammer. I come underneath to clear my hand out, and I throw my punch. Okay, so this is inside. Punch comes, I meet it, underneath on the X, throw my hammer, she blocks it, I come underneath to clear it out, and I throw my punch. Okay, so now moving on for drill number 4, which is our low line attack. We think about low line because it could be a body hook, it could be a wild swing that's come low. We're really even thinking about it being a knife attack coming in. Okay, so Miss King throws the low line, and I meet it down. I meet it here. This isn't the arm that is my preference. Okay, because if she changes her angle, I can't keep with it. So as soon as this meets it, I want to meet it across with my forearm. And if you look at the dip I'm making in my hips, I'm shifting into a cat stance as I go from 1 to 2. This hand now pushing it toward her can scoop it through. The left hand comes at the elbow, palm up, and pushes up. This is to prevent her from coming back to attack me on the other side. Now, if you see, she completes the X to take her own hand away, and now I'm attacking from the other side. Her same arm comes down to meet it. She meets it arm up. She scoops through. The left hand takes it palm up. Okay? Because, again, she's preventing me from coming across. I come under for my X to take my hand away. As she comes to attack, the same arm comes down. Okay, so that's the transition we want to get again. If you can take my left arm and scoop me up. Okay, the big part on the transition for the change from person to person is right here. I come under to take my hand away. Her attack is coming in. It comes straight down to meet it. I come across. I scoop. Palm up. She takes it away. And then that same hand she took it away with meets my incoming attack. Scoops through. Palm up. Take it. Block. Come across to hollow out. Flip through. Palm up. And then she continue the action. Okay? And then the fifth is final is the elbow. There's two acceptable ways to do it. The first way is very similar to our first flow drill, which is our vertical. As Miss King's elbow comes in, I'm going to meet it with my left arm. You might be able to meet it here. I personally find this is very awkward on my wrist. I like to use the back of my hand just to stop it. It's almost like doing an in-tight wall block. This hand comes underneath at the elbow to push it through. And again here, I'm already at the elbow, so I'm more pushing at the tricep to clear her out. And then I'm countering with my elbow. She's using the back of her left. She's coming underneath to continue the push through. And then guiding it with her left again. So I have left arm. Right arm comes underneath to continue the motion. Left arm pushes at the tricep. Now, as I said, the other way that we do it is, let's say for some reason, you catch it with your right. Okay, so in some of the more advanced drills, we will catch it with the right. That's fine. If you catch it with the right, you don't need to do any crossing. The left just comes to the back of the tricep and pushes it through. So again, if she catches it with her right arm, she meets it, and then just pushes it through. Okay, now here I'm going back to the regular way, done as a 3 counting drill. Now, for the advanced ranks, when we say that you got to be able to do them with a knife in your hand, it's really not that much different. If Miss King and I have a knife, and in this case, we can do it in either grip. In fact, for argument's sake, she'll stay in Heaven's grip, I'll go in Earth grip. So for number 1, if she comes down in that slashing motion, I'm still going to meet it. As I come underneath with my X, I can even use my blade to help pull it through, clear at the elbow, and now I'm attacking. She meets it, she can cut me on the way and clear through, and then continue on. If we're doing the second drill and she's coming straight in, I just go to the outside. Again, from this grip, I can use this and push. For her, once she pushes me, she can cut me on the way and then continue her attack. Okay, now if we go inside, I come across. Again, I've got that hook because I'm in Earth grip. And now look at this attack here. That's why we talked about it being hammered. From here, if I can even get enough clearance, I can cut her hand on the way. And now I attack. She meets me blade and then hand. She comes to slash. I block it. As she clears her hand out, she cuts my hand. When we think low line, which is what the knife is really meant for low line, look at that angle. That's why I'm meeting it. This isn't enough. She's going to get through. Once I'm there, I hollow out. I have to push it toward her, or else she's going to turn and cut me. So this is where we talked about really pushing it, and I'm clearing the elbow up so she doesn't come back in this way. Okay, she clears my hand out, and then gets ready for my attack. She meets it, she goes and scoops, she gets that palm up, she even cut me on the way. Okay, with elbow, it doesn't make any of a difference because it's purely an elbow. You can't hold a knife with your elbow. When she throws the elbow, even if we have the blades in our hand, again, you can still use them to hook, you can still use them to cut whenever possible. Okay? So those are the 5 flow drills for the teen and adult students.